Hey, how about the refreshments?
Hey,
Right?
refreshing.
After that long ride, would you say they were refreshing? I'm sorry, I didn't write that joke. I didn't write that joke, but they wanted me to say it. So, thank you all again for joining our awards ceremony, listening in on this live stream concert hosted by Team Smiles and live streamed to all of you. Thank you. You know, it's been so incredible to see all the many ways the community is, everybody stepping up for the ALS community. And clearly Team Smiles hasn't let a virtual event stop them. We hope it's been at least half as fun for all of you out there as we're having out here. So, you know, before we jump into our Mike Spikes prize winners, Bruce, not yet, we got to take a moment to say thanks to a couple of groups. So first, we'd like to thank our event committee. Yeah, the event committee. You know, this group of folks that you see on your screen put so much time and energy throughout the entire year to make the Napa Valley ride successful. Some have been on the committee the whole 17 years. Some have just joined more recently. But, you know, they all are so dedicated, and this event just wouldn't happen without each and every one of them. So I know we're all on mute, but we're not on mute here. So throw something in the chat if you want to give them some love, but let's give them a big round of applause to the event committee. Thank you. Thank you, the event committee. And now let's also thank the sponsors, right? The very important sponsors. We've got Commercial Casework, Mitsubishi Tanabe Pharma America, the Gazzardo Partnership, Field Construction. Yeah, give them applause. Give them applause. Hathaway Dinwiddie, Cytokinetics, the Sire Foundation, Able Services, IBEW 617, Romac Ironworks, Fremont Bank, Mike's Bikes, Trinchero Family Estates. Those are the wine people, right? Boston Properties and Union Bank. All our sponsors. Thank you. Okay, so now we have some gift cards to give away. As a reminder, right, there were 2 challenges that ended at noon today where you could win a Mike's Bikes gift card. The first was the 2K Club Challenge. That was where every $2,000 you raised, you were entered to win a $200 gift card. 5 winners will be drawn. And the second was our recruitment challenge. So for every person that your team recruits during event week who also raises or makes a self-donation of at least $50, their team captain is entered into a drawing to win one of 2 $250 gift cards to Mike's Bikes. You got that? Okay. So let's start with our 2K Club Challenge winners. We have the bucket. Lovely Bruce Fredericks, everybody.
I'm like Jane from Let's Make a Deal.
Okay. There we are. Winner number 1. Thank you. Kevin O'Riordan.
Whoa!
Kevin O'Riordan, congratulations. From Hathaway Dinwiddie. All righty. Shay Seelix. Shay Seelix.
Shay.
Big winner. These are $200 gift cards to Mike's Bikes. You all like bicycles, right? Linda Moyer. Linda Moyer.
From Team Viking.
From Team Viking. That was a chirp. That was a tumbleweed with Team Viking up in Napa. Bob Briones. Bob Briones. From the committee member, longtime committee member. And finally, Norma Tom. Norma Tom won. Big winner. Congratulations to all the big winners.
But wait.
There's 2 more.
Wait, there's more.
So that was the 2K Club Challenge winners. So now we find out which team captains won the recruitment challenge. Okay.
Yes.
This is for the...
Yes.
Okay.
Here. Take this.
All righty. Okay. Team Amazing. Yeah. They won. Okay. And now what final team?
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Team Smiles.
Hey!
Big winner. Team Smiles. Congratulations.
And they're all here.
They're all here. The whole team's here. Team Smiles. Congratulations.
There you go.
Congratulations to you both the team winners, all of the winners. And thank you to everybody who participated in these challenges and went above and beyond with both fundraising and spreading awareness by recruiting your friends and family. And keep giving, right? The refreshment said it, keep giving. You gave already, give more. Always keep giving more. It's a great cause, right? But now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the president and CEO of the Golden West chapter of the ALS Association and team captain of the Golden West Wheelers, Fred Fisher.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. I hope that it was a really, really great day that you got out. And all I'm seeing is a screen full of names. So I don't know if anybody is actually here, but I'm going to pretend that that at least one or two of you are here. And if you want to, feel free to turn on your cameras. Let me know that you're here, that you're having a day, seeing some smiling faces that aren't profile pictures. Uh, it's good to see your names. It's good to see your faces. And this is my opportunity just to say thank you for everything you're doing to advance the mission of the Golden West chapter. My own experience with my team, the Golden West Wheelers, has really been phenomenal this year. And when I look at my thermometer going up, I look at the RIDE website thermometer going up. It is such an incredible outpouring of support and commitment. And it's such a diverse group of people coming together, the staff, the committee, the riders, the families we serve, and of course, the donors to all of our teams, really powering the effort of the Golden West chapter. It's extraordinary that we could pull together, you could pull together such a diverse group of people, all supporting our fundamental vision to create a world without ALS. And you're doing it again. I couldn't be more grateful to you for it. Just quickly to let you know that every month the Golden West chapter meets about 40 new families who've just received the devastating diagnosis. Every year, the Golden West chapter increases the number of families that we're serving. We're now serving more than 100% of the predicted patient population. And every day, new therapeutic ideas are being developed. As the largest chapter serving more families than anyone else in North America, as the partner to more ALS specialty clinics and research centers than anyone else in North America, as the resource to the biotech community when they have a therapeutic idea that they need to advance, we are the ones well positioned to connect them to the ALS community, to participate in those clinical trials, to participate in that early research. And so the chapter is really well positioned to execute on that goal of creating a world without ALS. And it really speaks to the fact that because of the money you're raising, that we are deploying in support of treatments and cures, everything we do, the services we do, the partnerships we develop, they're all designed for one thing: make sure that ALS community is well supported while we search for effective treatments and cures. And the reality is, none of that would be possible without your support. So this is really a partnership that we have. We partner with the families, we partner with the clinics, we partner with the researchers, and we partner with you, all together, coming together to create a world without ALS. Thank you so much for everything you've done to make this ride incredibly successful. I know I haven't reached my goal yet. The ride hasn't reached its goal yet. So I'm going to keep working. I hope you'll keep working, because the more we raise, the more we can do. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Fred. I know it's wonderful to know there's an organization like this out here working so tirelessly to look for a cure and researching and just supporting families and everybody going through the struggles. So It's very nice. It's very nice. And I thank you, Fred. Also want to give a shout out and a thank you to the staff of the ALS Association, right? I've met a lot of them and they're just so dedicated and working so hard that I think it's great if we can just give a thank you to the staff. Right there. Right there. All right, now it's time we move on to the awards ceremony to highlight some of our most dedicated participants, volunteers and companies who are leading the way for the ALS community. We are presenting the Golden West Chapter's Never Give Up Award, the Cornerstone Award, and the Elevation Award. Some more videos, so please enjoy.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be with you here today. My name is Katie Kennedy, and I'm the captain of the Mike Kennedy Surf Club team. Last year, I had the honor of being presented with a Never Give Up Award last year for my efforts in memory of my brother, Mike. Last year, we hosted our own team event in San Luis Obispo, like so many of you might be doing this year. Since receiving the award, I've thought long and hard about what I could do to make an even bigger impact for those people affected by ALS. So we decided to open our team ride this year to others on October 16th, and we're calling it the Slow Ride to Defeat ALS. We hope you'll join us after you've had a great day today in support of the Napa ride. Please feel free to reach out to anyone on staff for more information about joining us for the Slow Ride to Defeat ALS. But it's been a long road to make the Napa Valley ride the powerhouse it is today. It is now the largest single fundraiser in the US for ALS in the country. That's just a huge accomplishment. And it's because of your help and this community, you've been able to raise nearly $10 million in the last 17 years. That's absolutely incredible. That number, which grows every year, represents the Never Give Up slogan on the back of the jerseys that many of you are wearing today. Each year, that sum total gets bigger as we inch our way closer to finding treatments and cures. While we conduct the urgent effort to defeat ALS, it also means that we have to support those people living with ALS and their loved ones with the critical care services that they need. I can't tell you how much that means to me and the many people that I've met with ALS. My brother, who had ALS and passed away in 2013, lived in New Zealand. There weren't any Golden West chapters of the ALS Association in New Zealand to help at that time, which is why it's a huge reason why I'm supporting the organization and will continue to do so. Like a long bike ride, the road to finding cures for ALS has been hard, at times seemingly impossible. But the only way to get to the end is to keep going and never give up. So it's in that spirit today, I'd like to present the Golden West Chapter's Never Give Up Award this year. This award is meant for someone who participates in memory of a loved one. For a lot of people, it's hard to revisit the pain of losing a family member or friend to this devastating disease. However, that's exactly what is needed. There aren't survivors of ALS, and no one has beaten this thing yet. So it's up to us to carry that torch forward and never give up until we can create a world where no person has to hear those words, "You have ALS." This year, we're presenting the award to an individual who's been participating with the Napa Valley Ride for more than 9 years. Each year, since 2012, she and her team, Team Cohen, returned to honor the memory of her beloved friend, Lori Cohen, and to fuel the mission of the Golden West Chapter. To date, they've raised more than $130,000. In addition to leading such an impactful team, she's made an impact in a number of other areas as part of esteemed volunteer organizing committee of the Napa Valley Ride. She's helped the chapter to acquire hundreds of thousands of dollars of in-kind radio and internet advertising, put up posters in her local bike and coffee shops, attended outreach events to recruit new participants, including the co-chair, Bruce Fredericks, and helped create the consistent branding on the beautiful jerseys that you've been wearing over the years. These are just a few of her contributions that have been made in memory of her friend, and it's an absolute honor to present our 2021 Never Give Up Award to Jennifer Stevens. Congratulations.
Wow, I am so overwhelmed. Thank you, Katie and the Golden West chapter for this honor. I really am truly very honored. As Katie said, it has been a long and sometimes tearful road to get here, with some joy but lots of sorrow, as I've seen many teams and supporters raise lots of money and make an impact only to fizzle out once their ALS connection has passed away. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and folks like me who have survived a life-threatening condition can continue to fight. But with ALS, as there are no survivors, those of us who have lost a loved one to ALS need to continue to fight for them, to defeat this cruel, devastating, and terminal disease. My journey to defeat ALS started 10 years ago when my dear friend Lori Cohen was diagnosed with ALS. My commitment started with initiating and managing a community fundraiser where we hosted a clothing drive with complimentary food and wine. We raised over $12,000 for Lori's family to help pay for her treatment and care. When I asked Lori, how else can I help? She said, find a cure. So I became a volunteer for the Golden West chapter of the ALS Association to help in whatever way I could. Lori was an amazing athlete, wife, mother, and friend. I cannot not think of her every time I do a ride or hike that she and I and our families used to do together. This is why I ride and continue to volunteer for the ALS Association, so that others won't have to endure what Lori and her family had to. Ultimately, I hope this award can remind and show everyone listening here today that we can't give up this journey to defeat this cruel disease. In return for my volunteer work for the ALS Association, I have received so much in return and met so many touched by ALS that continue to be so upbeat and inspiring, like Matt Cheney, Miles McConnell, Kay Thomas, Kevin Heller, and many others that are no longer with us. With so many still to save and care for, I will continue to do whatever I can to defeat ALS, and I will never give up. So thank you very, very much for this award. I am truly honored.
Hi everyone, great to be here with you today virtually. My name is Cliff Whitlock. I'm the director for Team Challenge ALS here at the Golden West chapter of the ALS Association. This is my sixth Napa Valley ride to defeat ALS and walk, which is hard to believe. It's been an incredible journey to see this event grow, and a huge part of that growth and impact is the company that I have the privilege of presenting our Cornerstone Award to today. And this is our fourth time ever giving out this award. For those of you who may not know, Cornerstone is the first stone placed in the construction of a foundation of a new building. Over time, its purpose has evolved to become an important component of modern architecture, often containing an inscription with the date the building was constructed, the names of the architects, builders, and other significant individuals. The word has now come to mean something that is essential, indispensable, literally the foundation on which something much larger is constructed or developed. Our very first Cornerstone Award was presented to Field Construction and John Gersina in 2015, to Skyline Construction and Howard Fish in 2016, and to the Gazzardo Partnership and Paul Lettieri and Janet Hiddle in 2017. We want to say thank you again to all of you and your companies for the incredible support and guidance that you've provided in the past and continue to give us as we take this event to new heights and build on what you've been able to create. It is in the spirit of building a strong foundation and something much greater on top of it that this year we want to acknowledge Hathaway Dinwiddie Construction Company, not only for helping lay the foundation for this ride, but for their commitment to build it to new heights every year and supporting the ALS community. The wealth of experience brought to this effort is led by team captain Lydia Knight and Kevin O'Riordan, with of course an honorable mention to Chip Hackett, who's been leading training rides for the team for many years, their relatively newer team captain Noel Pennington, and to the team captain for the SoCal ride, Felice Jones, for stewarding the relationship beyond this event and growing it. These leaders are always on board with pushing the goals, asking for more money through fundraising or sponsorship, recruiting new team members and volunteers, like the ones you typically see at Lake Hennessy at the rest stop there in Napa, and of course, having fun while doing it. This team and company didn't have a connection with ALS when they first started more than a decade ago, which makes their involvement and commitment that much more incredible and inspiring. This team and Hathaway Dinwiddie Construction Company have donated and raised more than $225,000 since they started more than 10 years ago. So, on behalf of the RIDE Committee and the Golden West Chapter staff and families facing ALS, we'd like to present our fourth Ride to Defeat ALS Cornerstone Award to Hathaway Dinwiddie Construction Company. Congratulations and thank you again.
Thanks, Cliff. And on behalf of the Hathaway Dinwiddie team, just want to say how honored and humbled we are to receive this award. We've been proud and very appreciative of the opportunity to help support the ALS Golden West chapter in their fundraising efforts to find a cure for ALS. Over the years, we've been inspired by the amazing people we've met, the stories we've heard, and a great group of teams and individuals that come together every year for this great fundraising event. We've learned over the years that ALS doesn't stop, and neither shall we. So we're going to keep pushing until there's a cure. It's funny how some of these things start. We started 10 plus years ago. A friend of mine, Dennis Slaughter, reached out and encouraged us to join the ride. And we started that first year with 8 or 9 people. Over the course of the years, we've built momentum and ridership and involvement in the event. And we're up to 30 people strong now with 7 volunteers and a great network of fundraising support. One thing I'd like to do is to invite or challenge everyone listening to reach out to their friends, coworkers, people you know, and encourage them to get involved with the event and raising funds to fight this horrible disease. And you never know, this one person that you bring in may have an exponential effect and impact on the fundraising over the course of the years. Thank you.
Hi folks, it's an honor to be here with you today. It has been a full year since my husband Kevin's last Napa Valley Ride to Defeat ALS, where we hosted our own team event like many of you are doing today. Last year, the Golden West chapter and all of you presented Kevin with the inaugural Elevation Award, an award we will forever cherish. Kevin was so honored to receive it. There it is. The award added so much to a special day for him and our family. And we just wanted to say thank you again. We will never forget the kindness and generosity of so many people as we went through this journey with ALS. As some of you know, Kevin passed away in January of this year after an 18-month battle with ALS. It has been a hard 9 months to get here today. My hope is that time will make it a little easier. But for those of you who know what our family and our friends are going through, I think you understand. Luckily, I'm here today to talk about something so meaningful and positive. I'm overjoyed to have the honor to present the second ever Elevation Award. This year's honoree is someone who connects easily with everyone he meets, regardless of his limitations that he's had while living with ALS for more than 6 years. It was no different for Kevin and I when we briefly met him at the San Francisco Giants ALS Awareness Day in 2019. I remember just a month or so later, we received an email from him leading up to the 2019 ride that explained his perspective on living with ALS and what this community meant to him. That message, among many other things, motivated Kevin to take a moment to reflect on what this event meant to him as this disease was rapidly taking away his ability to speak. Kevin then joined the volunteer committee for the Napa Ride in 2020 and very quickly connected with this year's award winner over text messages as talking was too difficult. Regularly, they texted and communicated about the struggles of living with ALS and ways to adapt to the many challenges. Just knowing we weren't alone elevated us and lightened the load. For this, and for all of the incredible contributions to the ALS community, your persistence in the face of ALS, and leadership for the Napa Valley Ride to Defeat ALS, which, by the way, became the largest single fundraising event for ALS under your leadership. It is my honor, on behalf of the Golden West chapter of the ALS Association, to present this year's Elevation Award to Miles McConnell. And a very special shout out to his loving partner and wife of 22 years, and the reason Miles is able to accomplish so much, Doobie Breen. Thank you, Doobie. I know all too well the shoes you have to fill, and you are incredible. This award belongs to you as well. Congratulations to you both. Thank you so much, and give them Heller.
Sweet, is this good? All right, I'm going to be reading my speech for my father. Thank you so much, Leslie, for that moving presentation. You are certainly not alone. We all miss Kevin dearly and will continue to give him #GiveHimHeller until cures are found. I was told that I would be receiving this honor made possible by the generosity of the amazing Team Smiles. So I've had a little time to think about it. My first thought was that it was a massive honor to share an award with the larger-than-life Kevin Heller. Then I started to hunt around in my head for a word that might recapture the way that I feel to be the recipient of this recognition. I ultimately settled on the word awe. I'm in awe that I'm here with all of you today, celebrating another year of hard work towards the goal of finding answers for ALS. I've seen far too many amazing people who have come and gone since I was diagnosed in 2015. Feeling those losses reinforces the preciousness of every day that I am lucky enough to enjoy. I am in awe of the way that my family has risen to the occasion and always have my needs foremost in their minds. I have to give a special shout out to my amazingly capable wife. Doobie gives me the freedom to spend my days any way I wish, ultimately knowing that she's got us covered. It's the ultimate gift. And today, I'm in awe of all of you. Our team has been the key component of a web of support I feel around me as I navigate a new life with ALS. Your generosity, year after year, leaves me feeling overwhelmed with awe. Thank you all for playing such a critical role in the lives of those of us living with ALS. Thank you for this honor. I hope to continue to elevate this event and this cause to new heights in years to come, and I look forward to an epic party next year in person in Napa with all of you. Please raise a glass if you're able, and let's all cheers to this special day. Thank you.
I think awe is a great word. I'm in awe of all the things I saw today and I've ever seen from the ALS Association and the work they've done. It's been really great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Miles' family. Thank you for hosting a great party. Thank you to all of our honorees, and congratulations to them all. Now, one more thing, something new we're doing this year. So to honor the unwavering commitment of the many teams that participate year after year in our chapter's Team Challenge ALS, the Ride to Defeat ALS, and the Walk to Defeat ALS events, we've created the inaugural Never Give Up Club. So any team that has cumulatively raised $25,000 or more through any combination of these events has been inducted into our Never Give Up Club and will receive special acknowledgement throughout the remainder of the calendar year. Any team captain in the Never Give Up Club that is registered for a ride or walk event this year will receive our special Never Give Up Club hat by the end of the year. Right? Always nice to have a hat. Let's take a minute, though, to pay tribute to these inspirational teams. One more video.
I'm not giving up, no, not yet. Even when I'm down to my last breath. Even when they say there's nothing left. So don't give up on. I'm not giving up, no, not me. Even when nobody else believes. I'm not going down that easily. So don't give up on me. I will fight for you. I always do.
Awesome. Now, I think we should do one last thank you to all the participants, all the writers, all the honorees, all the committee members, all the staff, all the sponsors, all of you for tuning in, all of you for coming out. Thank you all. Hope you have a great rest of the afternoon. Let's get one last set from the refreshments. Yeah.